The Monstrous Playbook is an adventure podcast for grown-ups. It contains violence and profanity and deals with adult themes that may be uncomfortable for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Monsters Playbook, a real play Monster of the Week podcast that actually doesn't come out weekly, and I haven't been having them fight proper monsters, come to think of it. So I guess maybe it's more of a jerk of the sometimes podcast. I don't like that. Anyway, on this episode of The Cover Story, the mysterious crime boss, the Dagger, is coming for the Nessos siblings. But what is she really after? As Jacob's office comes under attack, it's fight or flight. And we all know which direction these monster hunters tend to take.
I'm John, and I play Mark Clayton.
I'm Lauren, and I play Kira and Anna Ashwood.
I'm Miah, and I play Casey Davis and Theo Nessos.
I'm Jonny, and I play literally everybody else. So here we go. So, last we left off, you, Theo, were on the phone with Jacob, and he had told you that the woman you'd been describing to him, known as the Dagger, was in his office. What do you do, or what do you say to Jacob?
Does she see you? Like, can you get away?
I'm gonna have to call you back.
Why?
Roll manipulate someone.
12 advance move.
Damn.
That's the way to start it.
So it can all be downhill from here.
I think she's here for a meeting.
Are you sure?
I mean, only one way to find out.
Where's your office? Where are you? What's the address?
His office is on Western, and I think he's on like the 6th floor of whatever building he's in. And you can hear a voice on the other end of the phone be like,
You know, you should really get a receptionist. It's not polite to keep clients waiting.
Be careful, Jacob.
Duh.
click.
Theo's going to rush back into the restaurant, back to the table.
Okay.
We have to go. We have to go now. The Dagger is at Jacob's office.
What?
She's there.
What?
Okay. Like, is she attacking him? Is he running somewhere? What's he doing?
She might be his client.
He's taking a meeting with her?
I mean, I don't think he has much control in saying no, but we should probably get there just in case.
Well, yeah, we can head
Let's
there.
go.
Yeah.
What's Preston doing, by the way? Is he still outside, drunk and disorderly?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think it would be worthwhile to try to connect with him, Miah/John? Because Kira was told they're to be trusted, that family. So I don't know if, like, maybe I have Tommy tail him if we need to go help Jacob.
Why don't you have Tommy tail him? I just don't think we have adequate time to assess that situation.
Yeah, I agree. I think I will just quick tell Tommy, like, see if you can follow Preston. We could maybe use help with his family later. And I don't know, he's clearly not in a good place right now, but maybe we can make contact with the rest of his family.
Yeah. I'll see if I can buy him a cup of coffee, maybe.
Thanks, Tommy. You're the best. Okay. We'll go ahead to Theo's brother's work, Jacob's work. Are we just supposed to, like, are we trying to, like, bail him out of there? Or are we waiting for him to finish the meeting? Like, what's the...
I think we should wait. I don't want to get him in trouble, like, with his work, in case she is a client.
I don't think she doesn't seem like a great client, to be fair.
No, but I can try and, like, observe the meeting. Keep an eye on it.
That might be good. And I think just for brevity's sake, I will make sure that on the drive there, Kira relays anything that she learned from Donovan about the Dagger. So the stuff about be cautious of making any deals with people from there, or people who are working with from people with there, that she has connections to Under the Stairs kids, is ancient. I think that was kind of the bulk of it. And I do think Anna would probably share also her vision that she had, because she hasn't shared that yet, of capturing Kira.
Okay. Who's driving?
Casey's driving Cosmo.
Oh, I was driving the other car.
Okay. Well, I need you both to roll act under pressure.
9.
Casey?
11.
All right. So, Theo, you wanted to try to observe the place?
Yes.
Would you roll that, please?
I got an 11.
Okay. And you want to observe Jacob's office?
I want to observe his meeting.
Okay. So you will pop in the middle of her saying something. Whole thing goes away. That's not really what You understand the situation you're in. I know who you are. And so does he. Sticking my neck out here. I need to know that you appreciate that. Or I could just go through with it and then we'd be wherever we would be. No, you don't. What are you going to do with her? That's my business. And then we both get to walk away. You're not the ones I'm interested in. What about him? Let me handle him.
Can I ask a question, Johnny?
Sure.
To use magic, because I'm using magic to observe this place, is it possible for Theo to use magic on the dagger even though I can't see her in physical eye line?
I mean, that depends.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
My first thought is that I want to electrocute her.
I don't think that's really how that power of yours works.
Okay, can I ask an alternative?
Sure.
Is it possible for me to drain the blood of her so that she's so weak that she can't really move?
Can I step in?
Sure.
Can I try using tune in?
Sure.
Actually, Johnny, that's up to you. Do you want Miah to go first, or do you want me to try to do this before she does anything?
Well, I'm thinking what you'll have to do first, because you won't be able to do it with your normal magic.
Is it possible with Mark's help with his tune in to get connected to the dagger and affect her using Mark's help?
What you will need to do is access some magicka.
Okay.
Okay? Which I'll need you to roll plus weird to...
And is this for draining her blood, or what is this doing exactly?
Or is it 2 separate rolls?
It's gonna be 2 separate rolls.
Okay.
No.
This is to get access to the power to do it, and then you'll tell me what you want to do.
And the first one you said they're both weird though, right?
Yep.
Okay. 10
Okay.
for the first one.
Yeah, you can see, I think, both there and where you are. You can see the little firefly lights.
And then the second roll is a 9. And I'm going to use ancient magic to negate any glitches.
That is a move from a completely different playbook if you were trying to find it, Johnny.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Which one? Initiate?
No, it's from the Exile.
Oh boy, okay.
Do you want me to read it for you? I can read it to you. Okay.
Do.
Ancient magics. When you use magic, 7 to 9 result, you can opt not to choose a glitch, instead taking -1 forward.
Oh, okay, so it's still bad.
In the future. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm trying. What exactly was all said in that meeting? Basically, she's trying to convince him to take a deal.
So it sounds like the dagger is trying to make some sort of deal with Jacob. It's unclear about who she and he are. I think that Theo would just say she's trying to make a deal with him. I'm gonna try and slow her down. Kira, Casey, can you get in there now?
Are we there, Johnny?
I think you're almost there. Yeah.
So I kind of want Kira and Casey to bum rush, secret agent style, get Jacob out of there, or deal with the dagger, or both.
Yeah, I can rush in as soon as we get there. They're on the 6th floor. Mark, do you mind driving?
Do I? Mark hops in the seat.
Okay, Kira's gonna get out of the car and start flying.
You're gonna take me with you, Casey?
You were in a separate car, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You were driving. I think I would say let Casey know what I'm gonna do. My plan is to as soon as you guys pull up, she's gonna go in through the window.
Okay. That sounds good. I think that Gia and Casey would like switch positions, like like a stoplight, like throw the car in park, switch places. Yeah.
I do think that Anna would say, Kira, are you sure this is a good idea? That Dagger woman has her sights set on you. I saw it. And Kira would say, at the moment, she's about to make a deal with Theo's brother, and that sounds pretty bad. So I'm just taking things one step at a time. And she's going to fly off.
Cute. Kira, roll act under pressure.
Okay.
Do you need Casey to roll act under pressure?
After her, yes.
So that's 13. Advanced move.
Jesus. Okay.
This is for baby sis.
Oh.
All right, Casey, roll.
I'm going to add 3. 12.
Okay. I think as you're observing, Theo, the lights in the room do begin to like flicker. And then in fact, from the electricity in the walls and the magicka in the room, there's like arcs of electricity erupt out. And the dagger is actually in there. Waiting outside are 2 of her goons. And they all get sort of struck by this thing and stop moving momentarily. The next thing that you see happen, well, Kira arrive and tell me what you do.
So are they're all like kind of knocked out at the moment?
Well, they're all frozen.
The goons and the dagger, or just the goons?
Both.
Okay. Is there like a terrace or anything that I could get in through, or do I have to like bust through the window?
You'll have to bust through the window.
Okay.
This isn't that kind. It's Chicago.
I'll bust through the window then.
All right. You burst through the window, broken glass going everywhere. Jacob spins around. He's in between you and the dagger, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Kira looks at Jacob and is like, time to go, right?
Is that what this? What?
I'm gonna grab Jacob's hand.
Roll manipulate someone first of all.
9.
I think the moment he saw you, he gave you like a really, really surprised face. And then when you grab his hand, he sort of looks up at you, and now he seems quite calm, maybe resolved. And he sort of reaches behind him with his other hand, and some of this lightning comes flying at you.
Can I use my woman with the plan to avoid that completely?
I suppose you can.
Okay,
How many of those did you have?
I had
Just the one?
2 holds. So that was my first one.
Okay.
Where's Casey?
Arriving.
I think, yeah, Kira kind of ducks and she's like, what the fuck, Jacob?
He wrenches his hand away. Tries to.
Kira's gonna sucker punch him. Try to knock him out.
Roll kick some ass.
That is, 12 advanced move.
Take his head off.
Yeah, he's out.
I was gonna say, Kira grabs him like a fucking sack of potatoes and hops back out of the window and just like fucking Superman's down to the ground.
I'm gonna have you roll act under pressure one more time.
Okay, 8.
Okay. Yeah, you feel like a pin prick in your lower back as you jump out.
A pinprick?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have any sense of what that is? Can I like
Oh no.
read a bad situation or something?
Yeah, you can roll it.
Okay, 10.
Okay. I mean, you can't tell until you get down to the floor. But then, yeah, you look, and it's like a, basically sticking out of your back is like a little metal and glass, like, vial.
Vial? Like a dart?
Yeah.
Can I pull it out?
Fuck.
Can I try to, this is gonna be weird. Can I try to life drain whatever is probably coursing into me out of me?
I really, really don't think so.
That's fine.
That's pretty deep.
All right, am I feeling weird?
Oh, yeah. Like, darkness is encroaching in your vision.
Do I see the other people pulling up, like Casey and them?
Yep.
Okay, I think I'm like, Casey?
They're 100 miles away.
Probably like on my fucking knees.
And then you're on your face.
I want to just say canonically, I think she's gonna like try to like fucking bear tackle Jacob and like fall on him just in case he wakes up. So then he might have to like try to wrestle out from under her.
So you guys come running up to the sidewalk where there is a sleeping Jacob being subdued by a sleeping Kira.
What happened?
Was Theo able to see that whole thing, by the way? Because was she still observing?
Yeah. Theo's gonna stay in the car and continue observing the office. What is the dagger doing?
Getting free and running over to the window and looking out of it.
Okay.
Actually, I think that the you saw what got Kira, and it was something from one of the goons outside who is now tending to Dagny, who's trying to shove him off of her and go look out the window. The other goon is being directed to go down the stairs.
Can Theo from like down here like see that window?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Can I use some magic?
What do you want to do?
I want to shoot a ball of force at her to try and like kind of up at her, but like enough to maybe knock her like up out of the window.
I don't know if that's how force works, but you can do the first thing.
I was trying to like a sucker punch like
I want to punch her this way. Meh.
Like sucker punching like upwards so that she'll go like up and maybe like lose her balance and fall out the window.
Roll it.
So with that -1 from Magica, or from Ancient Magics. 11.
Okay. I have something else I'm going to need you to do. I'm going to need you to roll Act Under Pressure.
Theo?
Yep.
That's a 6.
I love it. It sure is.
But hey, I leveled up.
Great.
Cool. You see the ball of force fly up towards the window. You see Dagny look right at you. And then her eye glints and you don't see the ball of force anymore.
What happened? I think Anna is getting out of the car, by the way, and she is like picking up Kira and like bringing her undercover.
Jacob is laying right next to her.
Yeah, under her.
Okay. I'm gonna go, what the hell happened to you? Would Mark wouldn't know to tie them up or anything like that in case they wake up or come to.
Jacob?
I think as far as Mark is concerned,
2 of his friends just fell out a window.
Kira is sleeping on the guy you came here to rescue.
Yep. Okay. All right. So
there's nobody to tie up. You just got to get him out.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like Casey's gonna have Diego help Mark and Anna get Kira and Jacob into the cars. Question, so like where did Casey go? Like what did she do? Because she rolled was it like 11 for Act Under Pressure?
Yeah, that's a question for you.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, tell me which one you think is more reasonable. Because I had assumed that Casey had left like when Kira left maybe. But I either want her running, upstairs to the 6th floor, or she's going to take a shot from down here. I kind of prefer the former.
I agree. I think that makes much more sense with what you would have done.
Cool. Casey's going to take a shot at the dagger, and since it's from behind and the dagger doesn't know that it's going to happen.
Well, hang on, because en route at about probably at this point the 4th or 5th floor, you're going to just about run smack into a burly, besuited bouncer type.
On the 4th floor?
Running down.
Oh, interesting. I want to use my, the badge and gun move that I have, that I'm very good at convincing people that I have a right to be there, and I'm just going to, move aside and, let them go running fast. It's from the Freelancer.
I know it is, but I don't think that move will work that way on this guy. Badge and gun, poking your nose into this business. You don't want to look like that in front of him.
I don't want to look like I belong in this building.
Like you're with the police.
That's not what that roll does.
Okay.
That's not what that move does.
It looks like you are part of law enforcement.
Yeah, I got it. I figured I would try, okay.
I think he's going to stop on the landing above you and then reach into his coat and pull out a metal baton.
Aw, that's really cute. Bang.
Roll kick some ass.
Well played.
8.
No, it's a 6.
Oh, fuck.
He is stunningly fast for his frame. And he flattens himself against the wall and then uses the momentum from swinging himself back around to crack you in the head with his baton. You'll take 2 harm. You'll spit out a bit of blood. You're dazed but up.
With my 2 armor, do I just take 1 or none?
You take 1 at least.
Cool. I'd like to retaliate with stabbing a knife into his thigh.
Okay.
Fuck me. 7.
Well, that's wonderful news. No, I'll let you keep that as a 7. All right, so you stab him in the thigh with this knife, but you're then in proximity, and you kind of stab him and then look up. He swings the baton at your face again. You'll take another net 1 harm. What's your dagger do?
1 harm close.
Okay.
So if we're able to get Kira and Jacob into the car, can Anna read the bad situation with
Sure.
what's going on? Okay, that's 10. Okay. I think I want to know, like, who's, like, instead of, like, who's the biggest threat, I want to ask, like, who's the most, like, who are they after, like, really? Like, who needs to be protected the most, if that makes sense.
Who's who after?
Who are they targeting?
Yeah, like, who is the Dagger and her goons, like, after it now? Or is there not a way to tell that?
I don't think there's a way to tell that.
Okay. Well, then, what's the best way to protect the victims?
Get her to a doctor.
Kira?
Yeah.
Okay. Any dangers we haven't noticed?
Yep.
What are they?
There's a lot that the dagger can do.
Okay. What's the best way to get out of here? Like,
I mean, drive down the alleys.
You're in the back of the car right now, or where are you at?
Anna is, yeah. Kira's passed out.
Right.
And what's Theo doing? Is she, like, looking after Jacob?
I think she would be providing, like, kind of like cover for you guys to, like, get in the van. Like, I was kind of thinking, depending on what happens, is that Theo might throw up a wall of force.
Yeah.
Wait, who else was up in the room?
I was gonna say, I think Anna was gonna go, if she saw, like, Casey running in, I think Anna would go in after her. Make sure she's okay.
Yeah. I think if you don't, or even if you do, Diego will also.
Okay. I think Anna would say to Mark, take her to the hospital. Keep an eye on these two. I'll stay back and I'll give Casey backup. You fucking cocks her shotgun.
Anything specific that I should know? Like,
She got shot with something, maybe? I don't know. I think Anna, like, felt it, like, a pain, and, like, in her back. I think she, like, kind of sees it, and she's like...
is the syringe still there, or did she would have pulled it out?
Yeah, it would still be right there on the...
So they put 2 and 2 together and be like, it looks like she got shot with something, some sort of poison, maybe, so...
Do we see anything around the wound?
Roll read a bad situation.
11. It doesn't look like a mosquito bite.
No, it looks real bad. I mean, yeah, you know what? It's like that. It's like it's very small yet, but it's like spreading kind of in a veiny pattern out from
Spidery vein.
Yeah, that's like a dim gray.
Oh.
This doesn't look good. All right. Yeah, we'll get her to the hospital. It looks like whatever she got is spreading. So
Let me know what's going on, and keep her safe, Clayton. And she heads into the building.
all right, bye.
Theo's gonna hop into, like, the back of the van with Kira. Would I be able to use This Might Sting to try and heal Kira? I'd like to, if possible, take whatever this is onto myself.
I would love for you to roll This Might Sting.
Mark doesn't know how to get to the hospital because he's in Chicago.
Just use the GPS.
I think Cross can help.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Is he in Kira's car? Going with them?
He will be.
Okay.
Yeah.
14 advanced move.
Holy.
Okay.
This Might Sting. You can use magic to heal 3 harm, but the process is exceptionally painful.
I want to resolve this in a moment. I want to get Casey out of there first.
Okay.
So you guys drive away and something happens. Meanwhile, Diego's gonna run in and run a little bit ways past the, like, stairwell, and then look up and raise a hand up towards the sky, and his hand is going to fire off of his arm with a metal grappling wire on the other end.
Dude!
So cool.
And then Casey, a hand will fire up the stairs next to you, and, like, latch onto something a floor above you.
Well, shit.
And I think if you're in there at all, Diego will be like, wink, and then zoom.
I was gonna say Anna might be like, give me a ride up.
Roll manipulate someone.
Okay.
Don't miss.
It's a 9.
It's awesome.
I think he's gonna go, maybe next time, zoom.
Okay.
Could I do something cool with being that Diego's, like, zipping up here?
Probably.
Would I be able to, like, grab this guy and, like, hold him over, like, that opening in the stairway so that when Diego comes zooming up, Diego can just, like, punch him?
I want you to roll kick some ass.
That's gonna be fantastic. Oh no!
It's gonna be a 5.
Oh boy.
I rolled double ones.
Oh no.
What does this mean?
But hey, guys, Casey leveled up now.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if you level up if you're dead.
You know, I try to look at like the silver lining.
Is Diego like going to fall? And Anna try to protect him if that is the case?
So what is going to happen?
Yeah.
I was gonna go, here's the good news, but there might not be any for this roll. So you're gonna try to hold him over the edge, and you do for a second, but then he just heaves you over the edge, and then you're like sliding down, and you will fully land on an ascending Diego, who will do his very best to catch you and hang on to you, but then the hand wasn't expecting this, and it will let go. And now the two of you are tumbling
How far
down this.
fall is it?
Well, at this point, after she hits Diego, it's probably 2.5 stories.
Can Anna try to like help the impact somehow?
Tell me how, and probably.
I think she wants to do like a quick and dirty like protection type spell. Like it's not like very effective, but maybe it'll like lessen any like harm that they would get. Yeah, quite literally be like, ah!
I want you to roll protect someone.
I just imagine her jumping into the spot where they're gonna land and just like, ah!
8.
Okay. So I think they'll suffer some or all of the harm they were going to get. Anna, you're going to take 2 harm.
Okay. Does any of that get mitigated by my armor?
Yes.
So like 1 harm.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Diego will take 1 because Casey's armor will absorb hers.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Anna will be like, oh, it was really slick, guys.
And then you hear a gunshot above you, and a space on the floor next to you explodes.
Casey's gonna like scramble to like push like Diego and Anna like out of the way.
Okay.
And I think usher them like out, let's get out of the stairwell.
Are we like ground level then?
Yeah.
I mean, should we just leave?
That's the good news.
That's the plan.
Let's
right
fucking
now.
then book it. We did a really good job saving you, Casey.
Appreciate the backup. Sorry, Diego. That would have been really cool.
He's like limping out, and like his hand is trailing after him a little bit. It's very slowly cranking back in.
Casey's helping him.
All right. Mark, driving. Will you roll act under pressure?
13.
Damn, son. Cross, I think, is like about to give you directions every once in a while, but you're already making the turn. And I feel like I want Mark to be like, oh, I looked at a map of Chicago before we came. Like, you did the barest minimum of research, but you know it all.
You know what, Johnny?
What?
As we're running out of the building, can Anna use oops? Is there anything useful with these guys that she might stumble upon?
You find like a white plastic card on a retractable lanyard.
All right, yeah, snatch it up.
Okay.
Take it with me. I think Anna is, well, as soon as we get into the car, I think she'd just be like, drive, get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
To whoever is driving.
Hit it, Gia.
One other thing to point out about the key card.
Yeah, I
Anna.
was gonna say, like, as soon as she like is in the car, she would take a look at it, like once they have a second.
It's like, it's that kind of thing where it's a couple of millimeters thick, and then it like tapers off at the ends, and then embossed in the bottom corner of one of the sides is a little crown.
A crown on one of the sides?
Yeah, like a circle, and then like a embossed in crown.
Does that look familiar, that symbol? Does it remind me of like Rex Crook?
It probably does. It apparently does.
I was gonna say, because doesn't Anna has a business card of his? Does it have the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
The same symbol?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Figured. All right.
Casey's gonna ask, where's Kira? Mark the others.
They're headed to the hospital. Kira got shot with some sort of dart. She's passed out. I don't know what happened. She seemed confused, and then pain, and then nothing. So I don't know what's happening to her.
Does that kind of like symptoms ring any bells for Casey? Could I do investigate a mystery or read a bad situation?
What do you mean by that?
Like, I'm wondering, what Anna is describing like the pain and
That was more just like Kira's feelings that she was picking up on, like, and more than anything.
Are you trying to think, does it seem like something that happened to you, Casey?
no. Although now that you asked that, I wonder. No, but I'm just wondering if it's some sort of poison, if Casey would know like what, if it sounds familiar, if she could like identify what the poison or thing is. But I don't know if Anna has given me enough information.
And then you could call and ask if you want to roll deal with the agency.
Sure.
Okay. Roll that, please. Subtract 1.
I'm going to call the hotline.
I'm sure you are.
12.
God damn.
Also, can I ask a clarifying question?
Mm-hmm.
Theo saw Jacob try to shock Kira, correct?
Correct. If she was watching the whole time, yes, she did.
Okay.
And I feel like I wanted her initial reaction to have been like, whoa, Kira, nice job. Nice dodge. Wait, what the fuck?
Honestly, Jacob better hope he doesn't wake up in a while.
Blink, blink.
Or like, he better hope that Kira wakes up first.
Was an advanced move punch. But there is also poison coursing through Kira's veins.
Can we have Mark and Casey and Kira all just roll a naked D6?
Sure. 4.
6.
I also got a 4.
Mark is the first to take damage. Damn it.
Yeah, what's going on with Kira will still be backseat times. So, Mark, you are going to pull up into the roundabout at or near the emergency room of this hospital.
Okay, I was going to ask, do I go to the emergency room or do I go to the wrong area?
Okay. What happens at this emergency room?
Well, you tell me. You pull up and you have an unconscious Jacob and an unconscious Kira.
Well, Theo was using magic to heal Kira and try to take whatever poison was in her into Theo.
Okay.
And you said that this was backseat times. Whatever that means.
Well, I can tell you physically what's happened then, Theo. You placed a hand over the incision. Because it's not exactly lightning, with your entropy, it went throughout her body and pulled out everything that wasn't supposed to be in there and pulled it into you. And you now have just a splotch of gray on your right hand, on your palm.
Does Kira wake up?
No.
I think Mark gets out of the vehicle, comes around back. All right, let's get him in. What's going on?
I took out whatever was in her out, but
Wait, into you?
she would have done the same for me. You know that she would.
Okay, but now we have 2 infected potential people. Like, we need to...
It's out of Kira.
Well, what is it?
I don't know, but she's still out. We still need her.
Okay, I think Mark grabs Kira, picks her up, and can you take him?
Jacob? Well, he was just punched.
We're just gonna leave him here? Like,
Cross is gonna push you aside and be like, punches still hurt, kiddo. Grab Jacob like a, fireman carry.
we'll talk about this later. We gotta bring these guys in. And I think we march in or run into the building.
Theo will follow after both of them.
Okay. I think Cross is absolutely leading the way and absolutely flashing his badge and getting you some degree of priority. So they'll begin admitting Kira and Jacob and putting them onto stretchers. Theo, do you need to go to the hospital?
I don't know, do I?
Well, what do? I think what you get when you walk in after a few seconds of being up and walking around, you get that thing where like there's like a single heartbeat that like shakes your vision, but just for a second.
Would I be able to go like into the recesses of my mind and do that whole like kind of like body check? So like if I could like read a bad situation and just see what's up.
How are my chakras?
If you could find a quiet place to meditate, yes.
Well, are they gonna let us like go with Kira or Jacob?
If you stick with Cross, you can do whatever you want.
Okay, Theo's gonna try our best to stick with Cross.
Okay.
And I guess when there's a moment, Theo's gonna focus on herself.
Okay.
Does Mark clock that she's off?
Roll her a bad situation.
Oh, that's
It's a 5. No, she seems fine. Kira,
Yeah.
you've been having a really weird time.
Mm-hmm.
Because a while ago you were flying in the air, and then you were like really tired, but that was way back there. Right now you're walking in darkness. You're standing on darkness, and in every direction you can see, it's just dark. And then you hear the echo of a heavy boot, and you know you're in your basement. But then you hear an unfamiliar voice say, "Look to the sky."
No.
And then that starts echoing down all of the halls of your basement. Look to the sky. And then the boots start to get closer and also start echoing, so they seem to be surrounding you and getting closer from all directions. And then the whispering voice tells you to look to the sky, starts to laugh. And then all the lights click on, and I think you see Theo standing in front of you. I think she looks behind herself, and I think she looks at you and says,
I've got this.
and then runs down one of the halls. And then you see the stairs leading up. And you look behind yourself and you're already on them halfway up. There's no more basement anymore. You can't see it.
Can Kira try to do anything?
The only thing that there really is to do is to open the door at the top of these stairs.
Okay.
Unless there's something else you might like to try to do.
I just think for shits and giggles, I want her to call out and say, McCleary, are you here?
I see. Why don't you roll manipulate someone?
8.
Not from outside, but inside. You hear him say, yeah, I'm here.
Do you know what's happening? That voice?
Probably something you did.
That's one theory. I mean, I was just helping somebody, so I don't know what I did this time.
You never do.
You want to see what's beyond the door?
He doesn't answer.
Kira will open the door.
You open the door into what appears to be a hospital suite.
Okay.
You can see you and Jacob lying kind of next to each other. Mark's here, so is Cross, so is Theo. So are a bunch of like really tiny, really bright fireflies.
Okay, so but I see the Magica little fireflies. Okay. Can Kira? I want to see if she can kind of like reach out to one of them, like hold it in the palm of her hand.
When you do that, it's like if they were suspended in water and then you whooshed past them. They're like, just the movement of your hand kind of makes them retreat.
Sort of like polarizing magnets.
Kinda, yeah. Speaking of magnets, they are sort of tending towards Jacob and downright swirling around Theo. And really, really avoiding Mark.
Interesting. But it's sort of avoiding me also, but mostly like it's really averse to Mark.
I mean, they're just kind of normal around your body.
Yeah, okay. Do I see, can like she like look around this thing? I want to see if she can like, I don't know, read a bad situation or something. See if there's anything out of amiss in this like whatever state she's in right now. Like something, is she missing anything?
I mean, aside from the obvious. Yeah, why don't you roll read a bad situation?
Something that maybe could be helpful. 7?
No, there's nothing you can see here because there's no windows in this room.
Okay, so I just see kind of the scene that's outside of my body.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Oh wait, so Kira hasn't like woken up or anything. Like she's outside.
I'm literally
of her
outside
body.
of my body, seeing what's happening in
I did not catch that. Okay.
So I do think that like it'll be as though you're being like what you're looking at is being pulled away from you, and then it kind of goes fuzzy and you lose proper consciousness.
Lauren and Miah here.
Hello.
Hello. Thanks for joining us for episode 22. We just wanted to share a few quick announcements before we hop back into the show.
Thank you to all of our listeners for helping to spread the word about our show. whether it's leaving a rating and review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, engaging with us on social media, or recommending us to a friend.
In addition to leaving us a rating and review, there are a few other ways that you can show your support. First of all, we do have a merch store on Redbubble if you want to get yourself something nice. We also do have a Ko-fi page. That's Ko-fi. If you like what we've been doing, one way to show your support is to head over to that page and buy us a coffee. Any funds that we receive for both that and our merch store will go towards new bonus content, equipment, and other quality of life improvements for the show.
And if you want to hang out with us, join our Discord server. We have live AMAs. Sometimes Lauren plays The Sims, sometimes we play Overcooked together, and we also have been doing listening parties, listening to the latest episode together. You can also connect with us on social media. On Twitter, we're Monster Playbook. On Facebook and Instagram, we're Monstrous Playbook. You can also email us at monstersplaybook@gmail.com. All the links for these you can find in our show notes for our Direct Me profile.
Our featured promo for this week is The Writer's Room, a 7th Sea actual play podcast. It's a sprawling pirate adventure in the world of the 7th Sea tabletop RPG that also features bonus episodes where the cast teaches you about the game as they play. If you like pirate adventures, you'll want to check out this podcast.
Hello there. Come on in, friend. Welcome. Have a seat. My name is Zoe Jackson.
I'm Evan Ackley.
And I am Patrick Keefe.
And we are the Writer's Room. What's the Writer's Room, you might ask? Well, it's a place where all the tales of 7th Sea are told. 7th Sea is a tabletop RPG system published by Chaosium Inc. and created by John Wick Presents. We are an actual play podcast showcasing adventure, drama, and swashbuckling heroism, as well as teaching you how to play 7th Sea in segments called Notes with the Narrator. And I hope you like pirates because our first story takes place out on the high seas. I could keep going, but I'll let Evan and Patrick introduce their characters.
Hello there. I am Captain Jesse Nakansa of La Rosa Blanca. Born in the heart of a hurricane to the infamous Rose of the Atabean, I spent many years under the black flag of the White Rose, making a name for myself in this sea of monsters. Now, Captain of the Rose myself, the winds fill my sails with purpose. No pirate, ATC scum, or devil will get in my way.
Greetings. My name is Waylon Greywall, and I am the Master-at-Arms on La Rosa Blanca. Once an orphan on the shores of Avalon, I've traded the colors of my country's flag for those of the White Rose. As her eagle-eyed marksman, I seek not fame, but merely to aid my new home amongst the waves. With deadly precision, I leave naught but salt and soot in my wake, along with a lifetime's worth of regret.
Friends, if you're interested in learning more about our podcast and the stories that we tell, head on over to our link tree, which will be in the description for this episode. That will bring you to your favorite podcatcher and to our social medias, as well as our Ko-fi page and our partnerships and sponsors who help us. Thank you for visiting. And remember, be safe and well.
Are you excited about this podcast? I know I am. It makes me want to be a pirate. You can find out more about the Writer's Room on Twitter at WritersRoom7TH and on Instagram at WritersRoom7THCSEA. Or check out their link tree in this episode's show notes. Be sure to check them out wherever you listen to your podcasts. All right, Lauren. Should we get back into this episode?
Yes.
Let's dive in.
I'm going to make you walk the plank.
I think one last thing, Mark and Theo, there will be a couple of nurses frantically tending to Jacob and Kira, peppering you with questions. Age, and what insurance does she have? Cross says, don't worry about that. Like opening their eyes and trying to shine light into them and be like, what happened? Where did you come from? What's the situation?
How many people are there?
2, 1 on each.
Can I use mental dominion on both of them?
Oh my goodness, that's 2 rolls.
Oh no.
10 for the first one.
Boy.
8 for the second one.
Well, what do you want to tell the first one to do?
We'll get you this information after we find out more information.
Okay, they will stop asking questions, then both just look at you dumbly, as though for commands.
Make sure the other patients get service.
Do your jobs.
I think they'll look at each other, and then look back at you, and then leave the room.
Does anyone else clock what just happened there? Or is that just a Mark and them moment?
Do you want to roll act under pressure to try to keep it secret?
Sure, I'll do that. 11.
Okay. You just had a private conversation with a couple of really frantic and busy nurses who decided for reasons unknown that they had someplace else to be.
I feel like Mark doesn't know how to fully use this power yet because he's only used it a few times. And so when he told them that and then saw them there standing, he was just like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to tell them to do something.
All right, mind control. Theo, now that the nurses are out of the room, you feel like you probably have a little bit more privacy.
There's one thing I kind of want to do. Does Jacob have his phone on him?
Yeah, probably.
I want to take his phone. I want to see if I can figure out who his boss or coworker is. Because I want to just reach out to them and pretend to be Jacob and just say sorry, I had to go family emergency. Because I don't want him to get in trouble with work, but I
You do know that somebody broke the window, right? Sorry, family emergency, had to jump out the fucking 6th floor.
No, I don't know. I guess can I just check his email then to see or anybody contacting him? I don't know.
Oh, tons. I think he has 36 missed texts and probably half as many missed calls.
What do they say?
Bunch are just all caps Nash. What the fuck? Some appear to be. He's on a couple of group texts that are what the fuck is happening on 6th? Window fucking busted out. 911, 911. Evacuate. I am not taking the stairs.
Okay. Well, I think that Theo's gonna find a quiet spot in the room and bring a chair over and maybe sit and kind of zone out and meditate for a second.
Okay. Roll a bad situation.
Sweet. Roll a bad situation?
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a 14.
Okay. You're not okay and you're not alone. Casey, you call the hotline.
Got the ears hotline.
Yay. I sure hope her name's Mabel or Dolores or something
Oh, you know she's not allowed to say that online.
I know.
I hope it's Sheree. Hi, this is Agent Davis. I'm wondering if you could get me some information on a possible poisoning of another agent.
Well, aren't you just becoming a fan of mine?
Hey, could you help me out?
What you need?
Like I said, I have a fellow agent who's been poisoned, and I'm wondering if you'd help me identify what it could be.
All right, what can you tell me?
So the poison was transferred in a vial that was shot at them in their lower back. At the puncture entry mark, there's a small puncture, but then spiderwebbed out in gray black veins. The agent is now passed out and headed to a hospital at the moment, but wondering if you could give me any information on what this might be.
What's the name of the affected agent?
Agent Ashwood?
Pull that up. No, she's fine.
What do you mean she's fine?
Well, I just pulled up all her biometrics and she's just shiny as a peach.
She's okay. Weird question.
Have biometric?
Yeah, how did you get access to that? What do you mean biometric?
It's a standard issue, darling. We keep an eye.
So, are you telling me that, those chip implants are real? Do you have biometrics on me?
Well, aren't you just nervous? Your little heart's beating like a jackrabbit.
Well, I have a fellow agent who is down, so yeah.
Well, I suppose that's the good news, isn't it, then?
Back to the original question. Do you have any idea what this could have been or would have been?
Well, it weren't nothing medical, I can tell you that much. There's herbs that get into the blood, and there's herbs that get into, well, something deeper.
So, can you be a little bit more specific about what this could be? Like, what kind of poison is this that we're dealing with? You said that it's not a physical.
Well, that's what I'm telling you, darling. It's not a poison, it's an enchantment.
Do you have any idea what organization or who uses it?
You'd have to have an in with the Vitalis family.
Vitalis family.
They're with the Maggio. And they have connections to Nathaniel Rose, I think.
Is there any way to dispel this enchantment, like injected with it, be saved? I'm just taking precautions. If this is the first time, I'm sure they're gonna use it again.
Well, that all depends on who it's linked to, you see. It's one of them binding curses. Puts you on a direct line to something.
Okay, so if it connects the victim to somebody, what kind of connection is that? Is that a controlling, manipulating, or like seeing through their eyes, or life-ending connection? What kind of connection are we talking about here? Essentially, I'm asking what's the nature of the connection.
Sort of like service, subservience.
I appreciate the help. That's all I got.
All right, well, I hope your friend gets well soon. Bye now.
Casey will hang up. I think I want to use one of my questions.
Okay. Welcome to Casey's Question Corner.
Who would be the best person to help us with this? Like with the poison?
It depends on what you mean by the best.
I guess I'm just wondering, like, who could we call on to, like, help maybe break this connection? Like, one of my initial thoughts was, like, well, maybe Casey would call Nick. He's the only one, aside from Theo, to break it.
Well, and there's also, I don't know if they would be super helpful, but the Lariat family that Tommy is currently trying to make contact with also.
But to answer the question shittily, the best person to help with this would be Bennett the Sixth, Theo's dad.
Oh,
no!
no!
The seventh is your brother. That's right.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Daddy!
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I mean, best, not the only option.
Yeah. I think that Casey's going to, like, look at Anna. Do you want to call Tommy and I'll call Donovan?
Sure. You might not. Yeah. Can you call him and ask what Kira meant? Or he had said something to Kira about he had tricked one of these people precisely once. If I figure out exactly what he did, maybe we could use that to our advantage.
How did Donovan trick someone like this before?
Somebody from there. They're bound by deals. That's one way we can outsmart them. We can maybe beat them. Let him know what's happening. But
yeah,
I'll call Tommy.
Hey, she's gonna be okay.
Yeah,
we got this.
Yeah, she's fine. She's gonna be great.
Is Anna lying?
I mean, she doesn't know that.
Casey would know if Anna's lying, or like has false feelings.
Is Anna lying?
Well, Anna doesn't know if she's going to be all right. So,
well, are you lying about not being worried?
Oh, she's definitely worried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that like Casey would like squeeze your hand and then like call Donovan. Do you want to call Tommy first? Or do you want to call Donovan first?
Yeah. Anna will call. I'll call Tommy first.
All right. Not who we expected to hear from.
What happened?
It's fine. We're dealing with it. Kira's in the hospital. She got shot with something, some sort of dart that knocked her unconscious. We don't know what it is exactly. It sounds like it's maybe some sort of binding enchantment type thing.
You hear the distinct sound of him getting up and packing and putting his jacket on.
Which hospital?
I don't know, the big one. Look, did you make any headway with Preston with the Lariat family?
Yeah, he's doing his best to sober up. He's got 3 espressos in him and he's passed out in a really comfy chair. Which hospital?
I don't... What's the hospital? She would tell him what the hospital is. She doesn't know.
She doesn't know.
It's... I don't know. Where are we headed, Casey?
Hey, Gia, where are we headed?
Which hospital is it? Did they tell us?
Chicago Hospital on Maryland.
Okay, she'll tell them that. They're at the Chicago hospital on Maryland Avenue. Do you know what this is, Tommy? Does this sound familiar to you at all?
Casey would have told Anna, because like if Anna knows that it's an enchantment, like Casey would have told Anna that, as well as like Kira's okay.
Yeah.
Her vitals are fine. Did you like apparently Ears has like some sort of chip in us? Not cool. Gonna figure that one out later.
Doesn't surprise me.
but
And I mean,
she's-
they had a camera in Kira's fucking head too. Sorry.
Okay. Don't shoot the messenger.
Boom, boom.
Does it sound familiar at all to Tommy?
Roll investigative mystery on his behalf.
With using Anna's stats?
Yes.
Oh, no, she's so dumb.
Oh boy.
4.
Nope, doesn't sound familiar.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would just say we'll meet you there.
Okay. Meanwhile, in the hospital room, a doctor with like a clipboard comes in and looks around at all of you and is like, why the hell aren't there any nurses in here? So unless you tell him and roll correctly, otherwise Tommy is going to ditch Preston at this coffee shop and come to the hospital.
I think Anna would be like, is there a way you can ask Preston, like, can we meet up with him somewhere safe later?
Roll manipulate someone.
Okay, I'm better at this. 11.
Okay. The answer is yes.
Okay.
Can Casey call Donovan?
Casey calls Donovan.
Mm-hmm. I figure it was the lesser of two evils.
I think Anna was, I don't know how Anna would act, honestly, towards him right now.
Towards who, Donovan?
Yeah. I mean, she doesn't like him very much in general. And then especially when it concerns Kira, it'd just be a bad recipe.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think you call him and you can hear some music in the background.
Yes?
We're taking Kira to the hospital. Just wanted to let you know. But I needed to ask you, Kira mentioned that you've dealt with demons from there before and that you have tricked one once. What did you do to trick it?
Roll manipulate someone.
It's a 6.
Can Anna help?
You can try.
I think she would say, come on, Donovan. You care about her, don't you? Prove me wrong.
Well, I mean, roll help out.
Okay, that's good. Help out's plus cool. 12.
So it makes it a 7.
A 7.
I bound him to me until he granted me 3 wishes, and I made the 3rd wish impossible.
Impossible how? What was your 3rd wish?
For a fresh rose from my mother's garden.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
It was impossible. You don't really have a mother anymore, do you, Donovan?
I made it impossible.
Does someone want to explain what I'm missing here?
There was no way for him to fulfill that part of the deal. There was no fresh rose anymore. So whatever we do, if ever there's a deal we can make, some sort of terms that are impossible to fill.
Are you still bound to this demon, Donovan?
What are you really asking, Davis?
Just trying to get to know my best friend's dad.
Does she need my help?
She would never ask.
She's okay for now. Her vitals are fine. We're on our way to the hospital now. Theo and Mark took her to the Chicago hospital on Maryland Avenue, and we're on our way. I can give you an update when we get there.
Very well.
Casey will hang up.
Okay.
Have we arrived at the hospital at this point?
I want to talk to Anna.
Okay.
What's the deal with Donovan's mom?
Yeah, he killed his mom, so no garden of hers to really tend to anymore.
He really is some kind of monster.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why he killed his mom?
I mean, you said it. He's a monster.
I mean, do you want to roll investigative mystery, Anna?
I would love to, even though I have -1. There's no way that could change it to like read a bad situation.
Now, why on earth would I do that? This isn't a bad situation.
What'd you get?
Because I rolled a 3.
Oh.
You're pretty sure that Donovan, you're talking about the right Donovan?
I don't know much. Like I picked up bits and pieces of conversation over the years, and all I know is that he killed her. His reasons, I'm sure, are his own. I don't really care to know them.
Sure, I get that. Kira trusts him, so I trust her. But you don't trust him, huh?
Kira's good like that. I mean, look what happened today. She was looking out for somebody else and got her hurt. I tried to warn her, but she didn't listen. So, that's Kira for you. We almost there?
Gia, how far are we?
We've been here for like 4 minutes, boss.
Cool. I'm gonna just take a lap.
Why don't you take someone with you, just in case?
Looks at Diego.
Oh my god! I fucking ran into that one.
Cut to.
Well, Anna had something she wanted to do
Oh, okay.
on that lap.
We'll get back to that because I think I want to go back to the hospital room, and I do think the doctor is examining Kira and Jacob and finding nothing really wrong. I mean, Jacob's gonna have a shiner. He'll want you to keep him awake when he finally does wake up. He'll offer some smelling salts to wake up either one of them if you want. It will cost like $650 because of hospitals and healthcare being hot garbage.
Would Theo have smelling salts on her?
Do you have preparedness?
I don't have that move, no, but I do have a bag full of witch shit.
It's not smelling salts per se, and it might do some weird shit, but maybe.
They've got good healthcare at Ears, right?
I was about to say, does the Daily Tuba have good health care?
I mean, it's probably a union shop, so maybe. I think taking off his gloves, he is directing all of his questions and information to Agent Cross, and then he'll kind of just be like, look, they can stay for an hour, but then, I mean, I have actual people who need my help, okay? And he's like, all right, thanks for keeping this quiet. Theo, you feel like you need some air.
I'm gonna go step outside real quick, Mark.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I think I just need a bit of fresh air. Hospitals are kind of weird.
Do you want me to come with?
No.
I'd rather you stay here and keep an eye on Jacob. He tried to hurt Kira.
He tried to do what?
I'll explain later. I just really need to clear my head and get some air.
Okay. Should I like tie him down or something? Or
I think between you and Cross, you can keep him here.
okay.
I'll be right back.
All right. I think Mark goes back and looks for something to potentially restrain Jacob if he needed to. Do I find anything like zip ties or anything?
No. I think you find like
IV
cords and
lines.
stuff and like, IV lines. Cross is kind of leaning back against the wall. He's like, so is that like your boss or something?
Oh, Theo? No, she's a good friend of ours.
It's just she's giving orders and you're taking them. I just, assumed.
We just got to do what we got to do to protect ourselves. So I heard this one attacked Kira.
He's gonna like walk over and just like stand over Jacob and be like, according to boss lady, that's what happened. I don't know. He doesn't seem the type. Her I could see. Meow.
He just shakes it off and he's just like, sure. Yeah, I don't think that he would do anything like that either, based on what I know of the guy. Any signs that he's coming to?
You want me to let him?
Probably not here. It's kind of the last thing we need right now.
I can make that happen.
When the time is right, correct? Not right now.
He's gonna pull out something that it's kind of like a EpiPen. I was thinking more until the time is right.
Gotcha. All right. Well, great. So how do we deal with these hospital bills?
We don't.
Good. That's what I was thinking.
Today's adventure is on Uncle Director.
So yours has always been footing the bill.
Theo, as you walk by any place that you see any windows, it's nighttime now, which is weird because it wasn't when you came in.
Can Theo go outside and sit on a bench and check her mental barriers? See if there's a breach?
Nothing you didn't open yourself. An old woman being pushed on a wheelchair in front of you stops and looks right at you. Eyes are faded and unseeing. Look to the sky and then is pushed away.
Theo's gonna look around. Is there anybody else around? Is everybody else acting normal?
I mean, not disnormal, abnormal. There's a couple of people.
Theo's gonna look up.
Stitched out of star points like a constellation is a sort of suit shape. And then a distant nebula seems to like shift and organize itself into an orb above the collar. And then the entire sky says, "Hello, Theora.
Who are you?
I'm the king." And then like the constellation moves and spreads its arms of the stars. And unmistakably, the right hand is gray. The other one appears like there isn't even one.
Are we in there?
I'm there. I've arranged sort of a way station for us to speak. I believe we can help each other. You have an enemy, and I have a traitor.
You didn't want me, though. You didn't want to speak to me.
Didn't I?
What do you want?
I want her dead eye. She and I had a deal, you see, an understanding, but she decided to go her own way. I think you'd like to see her ended just as much as I would.
Give her a name and I'll think about it.
You have her name. Which would you like? The one she was born with? The one her little friends to the south gave her?
The one that has the most power over her.
I knew you were clever. Agnes.
For clarification, out of character, is Agnes the dagger?
Yes. Agnes Luna Burton Bailey. Oh, and try the blood next time. With the blood, at least the secrets there are yours.
If I do this, what do I get in return? An eye for an eye.
How about a hand?
I'd rather have the sun.
You don't remember doing it, but your right fist is clenched hard. You're not in a position to deal, little centaur.
But you make deals, right? And you want this one.
We've made a deal already. Not directly, of course. Suppose you'd call it a proxy or exchange.
What do you mean? I never made any agreement with you.
But here you are, with your brother, in Chicago, away from the rest of your family. All you ever wanted. Who gave you that?
I chose that. I didn't... He invited me here.
And now a dagger dangles above both your heads.
I'm assuming that he's meaning that Jacob also made a deal with him.
No, he means that the dagger wants to kill you. He's talking... Well, you don't know what he's talking about. It was difficult with your friends, but I knew it would be easy with you. After all, here I am. Invited and everything. He flourishes his hand like a presentation gesture, and as he does that, your hand moves in time with his and makes the same gesture.
Can I move my hand on my own accord?
Yeah.
How long has Theo been outside?
Probably 20 minutes.
I think Mark is gonna go check on Theo.
Okay.
Does he sense anything? You know, Mark's spidey sense?
Well, you get outside, and there's no sign of her. Why don't you roll read a bad situation?
10.
Do I see some residue or like...
Yeah, the way I want to explain it to you is that when you walked through the door to get out here, you walked past another one that, like, in the same way that there were, like, remember when you guys tried to, like, realign Casey's house and there were, like, runes that were on her house and then also not there? There's a door like that, like a sliding glass door.
Kind of a...
That exists and doesn't.
Gotcha. What the hell? Am I able to, like, inspect it closer, like, going back and forth or whatever and see, like, do I see a glint of it or do I see, like, just a spirit, like, kind of a spirit realm looking, like, flicker of it or something like that? Like, or do I just sense it?
I think, like, when you kind of move, you can see it. Like, you know how, I don't know if you guys have that kind of, like, oven door or microwave door that you can only really see it clearly when you're moving. Otherwise, there's, like, just the dots.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
You're doing that. And you hear someone behind you go, Clayton?
I turn, actually, I don't turn around and go, huh? What?
What's going on? It's Tommy.
Turn around, oh, hey,
You good?
Kira's inside. Actually, no. No, I think Theo's in trouble. There's a door here.
Okay.
Not.
Yup.
Not.
It's the entrance to the hospital.
Christ.
You bet, bud.
No, it's not that type of a door.
Is there more than one kind now?
Look, come here. Can he see it?
You're gonna have to use your mind thing. You're gonna have to use plus weird to like show him what you see.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and show him, and he's like
Not seeing it.
not seeing anything, and I'm just being like, "Oh, whatever.
Bonk.
You know, just bonk him in the head with my vision. Do you see it now?
Roll plus weird.
10.
Nice.
Theo went outside for a couple minutes, and a couple minutes has turned into 20 minutes.
Yeah, she went way outside.
Any idea how to get her back? And what would have caused this?
Would you roll investigate a mystery on his behalf?
9.
This isn't a tear or a hole or this is manufactured.
What does that mean?
It means it was built by a demon captain of industry.
Jesus Christ, Theo. Do I know how to access that, or like can I do some type of magic to be able to see into this thing? Like parse the plane?
In fact, you can.
Uh-huh.
You know your way around there.
Oh, this is right. I know how to deal with doors. All right.
There.
You know how to deal with a certain kind of door.
If I open this to go and get Theo, do you think that will let anything out into this realm?
Honestly, I don't know.
Kira's inside. Go look after her. Jacob attacked her, so
What?
just keep an eye on him. I don't know. Something happened, and they both were unconscious. She's injected with something that wasn't good, and Theo tried to get that out of her, and now she's dealing with something. So go look after her. I don't know if I'll be right back, but I'm gonna go through.
Well, be careful, Clayton. Mark, why don't you use magic?
15.
Damn, son. Yeah, I think you just like kind of reach out until you can physically touch it and then like sort of slice down the middle of it, and then it is just like a automatic door that opens up, and then like you can see the like mid-afternoon sky split open, and then now you're looking through a door that leads into an extremely starry nighttime, like Skyrim skies, flowing nebulae and stuff, and then there is a bench to your right where you can see Theo.
Do I see anything else besides her that's in like spirit-like entity?
Roll read a bad situation.
9.
There are some people walking around here, very sparsely. You can tell that they're all not human at all. There's like the woman being pushed in a wheelchair.
Are they all doing mundane things?
Yep.
Do they notice my presence? Or Theo's presence?
Oh, they for sure noticed Theo. Roll act under pressure, Mark.
7.
No, you're probably fine.
I'm gonna reach out to Theo in my mind. Big Theo, to your left. Let's go.
Theo, Mark's here.
Does the Star King say or do anything?
Can the Star King detect me?
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of what I figured.
Does the Star King say or do anything?
No.
And I'm not aware of Star Dude.
Mm-mm.
Theo, we gotta go. Come on. All these people are looking at you. You need to go.
Theo's going to glance around at these people. She'll then get up and follow Mark.
Okay.
Can I clock if anything is off with her? Just the fact that she had her hand up the way she did?
It spread, so most of her palm and a bit of like down here is gray.
No tethers or anything like that?
Not that you can see.
Alright, I don't touch her. I have her go through the portal.
Okay.
And I look back, and do I see anything before I close the portal?
Sort of across the street, wearing either like hospital scrubs or like a weird sci-fi prison jumpsuit, the shaggy hair. It's Lowry.
Human or bird?
Human.
Damn it, Johnny. I think in my head, I'm gonna reach out to him and be like, I haven't forgotten about you. And then I close the door and come back through.
Oh.
Oh my god. So that happened.
What did Anna want to do on her lap?
Well, I think she wanted to grab something from Kira's purse.
Okay.
A business card.
Okay.
And she's going to pull out her phone.
Okay.
And she's going to call a number for Rex Crook. I believe it's his personal number.
It sure is.
You got RJ.
Do you know who this is?
I think I do.
Oh, please, tell me who this is. I would love to know how much you know about me. RJ.
The younger Ashwood sister.
Yep, you got it in one.
It's really interesting how you seem to know so much about us, and yet we don't know much about you, Rex. What the fuck do you want with us?
Look, I'm a humble man.
Drop the bullshit.
I just want to live forever.
Oh, there it is. Glad all the cards are on the table. So, you'll just do anything for that. No matter the casualties, no matter the person. Mark's mom, the woman you're supposed to be dating, her son, anyone who can help you get what you want, huh? Do you even care about anyone at all?
You mean Samantha? Oh, she's fine. Her and her boy. Both nice and safe.
Right, and those assassins that you sent after her, Mark, one of them was bound to die if we didn't intervene.
But you did.
Yes, we're stubborn like that.
I'm sorry, you say that you don't seem to know anything about me, but you don't even seem all that interested. Did you just call to get mad?
I'm interested in precisely one thing right now, and that's getting my sister the fuck awake. Did you have something to do with that? Did you send the dagger after her?
No.
It's interesting, because the building that we were in seems to be that you have connections there. You just keep cropping up.
What can I say? I'm a success.
Right. And yet, you're failing to stay alive.
Am I?
Yeah, you're pretty desperate. You don't have a soul, buddy.
Why don't you let me worry about that? How exactly can I help you?
Tell me how I get my sister awake.
Roll manipulate someone.
11.
I'll tell you what. I'm a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
Let's consider this an investment. Now, to be clear, I will expect a return.
It's interesting. And what exactly are you hoping to get out of this investment?
Something of equal or greater value, my dear.
Hey, I've got a question for you. So, Nathaniel Rose, your old pals?
We're associates.
So who's the top dog though? Is it you or is it him?
Angry and curious. Listen, are you concerned about your family or mine?
I just find it really interesting.
Well, I'm an interesting person.
All these places that you keep cropping up, Nathaniel keeps showing up. You guys seem to have a lot of business deals.
Well, you know what they say. You're either growing or you're dying. There ain't no third direction.
Mm-hmm. And as we've established, you're dying, so that's gotta suck.
Well, as I've established, you let me worry about that. Are you curious or are you frightened?
Do you know how to get my sister awake?
Not me personally, of course. I'm just a humble businessman, but I do have my contacts.
Mm-hmm. Such as?
Well, now, these things have value, Miss Ashwood.
What do you want?
A return on my investment.
What if somebody already has a claim to me?
Oh, I think you might have gotten the wrong idea about me. You're a bit young for me, Miss Ashwood.
That's not what I mean. Although, gross. I just mean, I'm already doing somebody's bidding, apparently. So, I don't know if any deals I make with you would even really be valid.
Well, then I don't think we have anything to discuss. Well, I'd love to say it was lovely talking to you, Miss Ashwood.
Right. So,
I guess we'll be seeing you sometime in the future.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
And for your sake, I hope you live a long and happy life.
Oh, I plan to.
Click.
Where did this conversation take place?
walking around the building. I think with Diego there also. I think she hangs up the phone and she's just like punches a wall. Ugh, fucking jag off.
Can you roll kick some ass on that?
Honestly, please do.
7.
Yeah, you crack a couple of bricks.
Just cut to inside the hospital. Some person in a bed's like, what the fuck?
But someone knocked awake and someone's like, Grandpa?
What does Diego do?
So did you just, like, call your friggin' arch nemesis on the phone?
Mm-hmm. And she's like looking at her bloody knuckles.
Ice cold. Anything good?
No, he's pretty much as much of a prick as I thought he was. I just wanted to let him know he's not so fucking untouchable. We know what's going on. We're not idiots. But that was stupid. You ever get really angry, Diego?
No.
I'm jealous. Pretty angry right now. Never mind. Let's go back to the room. Can I ask you a question?
Shoot.
And like, if this is too personal, like, just tell me to fuck off. How'd you lose your hand?
There's a reason I don't get mad anymore. Last time I did, and his hand will like rotate around. Maybe another time.
Sure. Man, you gotta show me how, that grappling hook thing. Because that was,
Hey.
it could have gone better.
That wasn't my fault.
No. You looked great doing it.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Does Casey know how Diego lost his arm and hand?
Would you have looked it up? Well, because you didn't know it was missing when you first took him on. Which, in fairness, neither did I.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, Casey would have read, like, her team's files and stuff, but...
I don't know all of the details yet, but basically when they brought him in, it was, like, shattered and useless. He absolutely lost his mind beating the shit out of somebody and broke the hell out of his hand and didn't stop.
Good.
All right, well, I think then Anna's going to walk them back towards the entrance. And I think she'll just kind of be like teasing Diego as they go in.
I want you to be threatening to give him the nickname Hook.
Hook?
Or Captain Hook.
Aww.
And him to be like, no, mm-mm.
Come on. Like,
We're
it totally
not
fits.
doing that.
It fits. I really like that for you.
Can we please have Gia help and gang up on the bat? She would totally call him Hook.
100%.
I mean, Toro is great, but I really like Captain Hook. I feel like you just exude this captain energy.
I feel like Gia would be like, oh, she knows your nickname too.
Hubs. I'm surrounded
by lovely women. Anyway, yes, going into the hospital room with Kira, what happens? And is Kira still unconscious wherever she is?
Mm-hmm. So now I think you're all in the hospital room, and I think Jacob's eyes are going to flutter a bit, and he can wake up, or Cross can stop him.
I was going to say, I think Anna would actually look to Tommy and be like, did you find out anything with Preston? Can we meet him somewhere?
I mean, he wasn't exactly conscious when I left, but I left him a note.
You left him a note. Okay, cool.
How is Kira? Like, can Casey look at the medical chart that's at the end of the bed?
I don't think there is one. Didn't we tell the nurses to go away? Like,
well, that's true. Yeah, there's a medical chart, but it's not filled out.
It's basically like female, approximately 28 years old, brunette, nothing else.
like walked up to it, and Mark's like, "Oh, I told him to fuck off."
Great. Casey's gonna ask Cross, since he's offering to he's offering to put Jacob out, right?
Until we want to wake him up, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can we wake up Kira now? We can just go to a secure ears location, I'm sure, right, Cross? We have a place we can go.
And we're not going to raise any alarms by bringing the patients out of the hospital right after we just brought them in?
Who you think you're talking to? They know me here.
Plus, there's nothing wrong with either of them.
Well, there's nothing wrong with this one.
There's nothing wrong. Exactly. There's nothing wrong with this one, but this other one, looking for a place.
Which one's this one? Which one's that one?
This one is
Jacob.
Jacob.
He just got punched really well.
Yeah.
He just probably has a mild concussion.
Okay, catch me up to speed here, Cross. Did the doctor say anything about Kira? Like, what's going on? Like, what's up? Why isn't this medical chart filled out?
I mean, what's going to hit the paper is that they punched each other out. But she doesn't have a bruise. She doesn't have a concussion. There's no medical reason why she shouldn't be waking up, but she just isn't.
I think Anna would sit down by Kira's bedside and hold her hand. And then she'd say, then let's get them out of here. And she looks from Cross to Jacob and says, keep him asleep.
Cross is going to stick him with the thing to keep him down.
This place will have something we can put Kira, right, Cross?
I mean, roll deal with the agency.
12.
Yeah, we can do that.
Can I, like, pull across, like, into the hallway? Talk to him privately.
Okay.
Do you know what we're dealing with? This is your town. What the hell?
I'm afraid I don't understand the question. It's the Dagger, right? That's what brought you here. Sure, she's got Vitalis shit, but it's just a bad guy.
Do you have any idea how to wake Kira up?
Why don't you ask that little witch friend of yours? Or if she can wait till we get to my safe house. I probably have something.
Let's get to your safe house. You can see if Theo can do anything. If she knows anything. I want to read a bad... I don't know. Cross is just like fucking with me. Can I read a bad situation on him? Like,
yeah.
Do you have any bad vibes towards Theo? 12.
I mean, he's an asshole. You're getting that vibe. He's not being subtle that he doesn't trust Theo. And he barely trusts you. I think the vibe that you're properly getting off of him is like he's got other shit he'd rather be doing, but he has to babysit you and your friends.
I want to have a conversation with Cross, but I want to get to his safe house.
Okay.
Could I, because like I'm wondering if I just like 2 birds with 1 stone, have Cross riding with me in the car and talk to him real quick as we're going to his safe house.
Okay. He's driving, he's directing you.
Okay. So I just want to be clear, like it's Casey and probably her team and Cross. I think she is driving.
Obviously, Kira can't drive. Anna has never driven in her life. So she shouldn't drive. So, Mark, it's probably you or Tommy driving.
I'll drive again.
Yeah, I think Tommy's probably looking after Kira with Anna.
Theo's probably in the passenger seat of that car being very quiet. Jacob's probably in there too. I get the sense that you got more important shit to do than babysit some out-of-towners.
Well, you are an investigator.
One of the best.
That remains to be seen.
I'm going to kind of cut to the chase a little bit.
Good, let's.
Appreciate you helping me and my friends. I know that we would rather be doing something else because we've got some stuff going on as well. If you could be a little less sour, I'd appreciate it. And I kind of want to offer a truce if you'd be willing to hear me out.
Roll manipulate someone. I want you to miss so bad.
8.
All right, let's have it then. Is this the part where you try to make some kind of deal?
If you want, I mean, you can turn it down happily, but once everything here is done, if you ever need help, you can call on me and my team.
What is it with Davises? Do you just collect favors like hockey cards?
You know my brother?
Oh, I know your brother. Good kid, bit of a Boy Scout. This was years ago, you understand. Okay, I'll be nice.
Great.
Okay.
On the car ride to Cross's safe house, I do think that Anna is in the back looking after Kira. I think she maybe brushes some hair out of Kira's face and says under her breath, "Why didn't you listen to me?" And I think Anna takes some time to sort of magically scan Kira for any dark energies. And I'd like to try and use one of her abjuration effects if I could.
Okay.
Take some time to purge any wards, evils, curses, or dark energies from a subject or area from Kira. You said it was a curse.
Yeah, I sure did.
Yeah, so I think she spends some time doing that and Kira maybe slowly starts to wake up.
I think that'll work, but here's what I want to do. Cross's safe house is like a maybe 5-story apartment building that he'll take you into one of the units that is actually it pretends like it's just one of the apartments on that floor, but it's actually the entire floor.
Okay.
And it's got a bunch of back rooms like Casey's house does, but it's an apartment. In the TV show of this, you guys park, you go in the front door, and you're being observed through binoculars.
Johnny!
And the binoculars come away, and the person on the other side of them grunts and picks the eyeball that's stuck to the binocular, pops it back into his head. Executive producer Jonny Grubb. This has been the Monsters Playbook, featuring
John Wander as Mark Clayton,
Lauren Johnson as Anna and Kira Ashwood,
Miah Detjen as Casey Davis and Theo Nessos,
and Jonny Grubb as literally everybody else. Our theme song is by me, Jonny Grubb. The Monsters Playbook is produced and engineered by Miah Detjen and edited by Miah Detjen and Lauren Johnson. If you liked this episode, please tell a friend. We love friends. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Monsters Playbook, and on Twitter at Monster Playbook, and on Web 1.0 at monstersplaybook.com. And come hang out with us on Discord. We're fun. We'll see you next episode where, as always, I'll have some good news and some bad news. Thanks for listening. Yeah, what's going on with Kira will still be backseat times.
Okay.
Backseat time.
Times.
That was dirty as hell.
I'm gonna write that one down.
Beasts. Morning jail for all of you.
I mean, I didn't think of that. I just thought that was a very interesting, funny saying, and then John made it dirty.
You're in horny jail, John.
God damn it. For how long?
It literally doesn't matter, but there needed to be consequence.